Good morning, friends. Happy Mother's Day. My name is Lisa, and this is Our Life on a Dime. And today we are at the Goodwill bins. Hubby asked me what I wanted for Mother's Day, and this is what I wanted. So here we are. Some people want to be wined and dined on Mother's Day, and I just want to go to the bins. So let's see what kind of treasures we can find. So stay tuned. Alrighty, friends, we are back from the bins and we got some really great stuff, and I can't wait to show you guys. The first thing I'm going to show you is the glassware. They have bins filled with glass, and we found out that they used to have them out all day long, but I guess too many people were breaking and getting hurt in the bins going through everything, so they changed it to only in the morning until like 1, 2 o'clock, and then they pull the glass bins out, and so that this way to avoid people from getting cut. So I wear my garden gloves. That's why when you see me at the bins, you'll see me wearing garden gloves, just to avoid that, so that you just never know. You know, there's a lot of garbage, and even the regular bins, there's a lot of broken and garbage things, so you just never know what you're going to touch in there. So I always wear my gloves. So alrighty, so let me get started here. This is hubby's. What he likes to do, he likes to go to the glass section and fill a bin. If you can fill a clear plastic Rubbermaid bin, which they're not the biggest bins, but they're a good size. They're like a medium size Rubbermaid that they offer you. If you can fill that, they have set prices for, like, if you fill an entire cart. I think one lady, I went outside because there were no shopping carts inside the store, and I was like, okay, if I'm going to be looking for books and whatnot, this is going to get really heavy. So I went outside and found somebody who was loading up their car with a bunch of glassware from their cart, and I asked her, I said, oh, how much do they charge for a full cart? And she said they charged her $40, but she had like an overflowing cart. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. We normally do just a bin, and it's not that much. As soon as I get done here, I'll go ahead and tell you how much he paid for everything. But we did find some pretty good stuff. We love the Italian decor, so we got this big, massive, looks like a pasta bowl of some sort. And let me see if I can show it to you. Oh, decorated purposes only, so not for use for food, made in China. Oh, well, it's a bummer. But that's okay, because I love the grapes and the wine and stuff like that, that kind of decor. Plus, a lot of this stuff, most 99.9% of this stuff is going to get put up for sale on eBay. So we have that big, humongous platter. Well, I'm really zoomed in. Let me back out a little. Okay, so we have that big platter, and there's some little trinket dishes. He found 2 of those. He found a Yankee candle holder, votive holder. Then he found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candle holders or whatever, and those are pretty nice. Crystal. Oh, here's the other one over here. Let me move this so I can keep them together. Alright, guys, and then we got 2 Coca-Cola glasses, green Coca-Cola glasses. Those are vintage. Then he found this, it stands up, but right now it's not put together. It's on a wood base, and it's got like a decorative etched glass, and it's signed piece, so that's pretty cool. Then he found this really nice Aurora Borealis type glass, painted glass. I like that. And then we have 2 angel candle holders. You put the candles in the back here. That's really nice. These here are either coasters or furniture movers. I've had these before, and they were from Anchor Hawking, and they were furniture movers. So I think either these are coasters or furniture movers. Let's see what else we have here. Then he found this. I can't really read that right now, but it's a little trinket dish. This is really heavy, blown glass. And he said this was Anchor Hawking, I think. Yep, Anchor Hawking. Like a Pyrex dish. Then we have the milk glass fruit bowl. That's really nice. That'll do well. There's this, I don't even know what kind of glass this is, but it's like a plastic or glass. Looks like either a vase or a pencil holder. And then he found this glass bowl here, and he looked it up and he said this goes for about $65 online used. So that's pretty amazing. Then he found this little ring dish. China. Everything's in China. Then he found this glass dad, which will go really good because Father's Day is coming up, so I'll put that up for sale. I said, oh, do you want me to wrap that up for you? He goes, no, put it up for sale. This little vintage bowl. Really pretty relish dish. It's a shame. All of this stuff came from the Goodwill. All your Goodwills, when the stuff doesn't sell, they pull this stuff off the shelves and then they send it to the bins. And the bins sells everything by the pound. And if it doesn't sell at the bins, it goes to the landfill. So I feel very happy to be able to save a couple pieces from going to the dumps. This is really pretty. I like this bowl. This is like a, sort of like a animal print inside there. That's nice. And then we have these. I think these are pillar candle holders. So that's really nice. Then we have this pretty awesome teapot. We drink a lot of tea, so not that I'm going to keep this because I have a bunch already, but I'm going to put that up for sale. That's really nice. Then there's a Snoopy Merry Christmas mug. Snoopy always does good. And then Sanibel Cafe. That's Sanibel Island here in Florida. Very popular destination. This was in the glass bin, so he grabbed it. This is he loves boxes and things like that. So, let's see if I can open it. Alright. Really? Okay, clearly I'm not awake yet because this has a lock on it where you can turn it and lock it. So, that's really cute. And it says Signature Series. And he loves to collect all these, like cigar boxes and different things like that, so he'll probably end up keeping that. Then we have the candle toppers. I had a couple of these, and they don't sell very well. I had a couple of Yankee candle top things that you put from when you get the jar of candles at the Yankee candle store, and for some reason they just don't sell that well. But this one was so pretty, I figured I would keep this one for myself. And we have a pineapple bottle stopper, and then we have, these are really pretty, two of these candle holders. And then we have 3 of these marble coasters. And that was one order that we did because he filled his bin, and because you really can't be carrying all this around in the store, he went and cashed out and put this in the car. And for all of this glass, it's $10, guys. $10. They just come up with a price. It's either 8, 10, 12, 20. The lady said she paid 40 for an entire cart. It's sort of like whatever the cashier feels like charging you, I guess. So, but hey, $10, that is an amazing deal for all of the stuff here that we got. And I have a bunch of other stuff, so let me go ahead and clear the table and I'll show you what's coming up next. Stay tuned. Alrighty guys, so I just went ahead and loaded the table with the remaining stuff that we got at the Goodwill bins. This is things that I picked out of hard goods and books. So let me go ahead and show you. I always pick up measuring spoons because y'all know I literally, when I'm cooking, I cannot find one in my utility drawer. So I am hoping to, have so many that there's no way I can miss them. So they kind of blend in with everything in the drawer and I can never find them. So got some more of those measuring spoons. I got a bag of these little wooden hearts, cutout hearts. I was trying to figure out what I could do with these, and I figured if worse comes to worse, I'll just use them to label my my herbs and spices and stuff like that that are outside in the garden or whatever. Or I can number them for when I'm doing whatnot and have a number next to each item. So I think there's over 100 in here, so those are pretty good. Alrighty, next I picked up this deck of cards from Key West Express. That's pretty awesome. Anybody goes to Key West on the Express, this is like a little souvenir deck of cards. Then I found this really nice leather wallet. It says, what is that? NHL, what is that? The National Hockey League, probably. So this is a really nice wallet. Pick that up. And then the last hard good I picked up was this Legoland baseball cap. And I figured that would sell pretty good. People go to Legoland all the time here in Florida. So that'll be a big hit. And basically all of the hard goods I did go through the bins, and I just found that there were so many people there that basically, unless you were ready to play like tackle football and go running towards a bin that just came out with everybody else, because you have to be like really hardcore to get in there, and you have to be in the zone, I guess is what I'm trying to say to you, where you can get in there and try and grab anything good when it first comes out. Because they everybody scurries to the one bin that they're just bringing out, and I just really didn't feel like getting tackled or tackling anybody to grab a purse or something like that. So I figured you can always find something afterwards. After they leave, there's always something left behind. So that's basically what I did. But I also spent the majority of my time doing books. Because like I said last week in my last video, I am stepping up my reselling game, and I'm going to start doing books. And apparently everybody else is kind of thinking the same way, because usually the bin of books is usually like overflowing with like media and books and stuff like that. And they had I think like two bins, but they were like just barely covering the bottom of the bin. So I had to get in there and I had to grab what I could. So some of the titles I didn't really read very well. I just took them and threw them in my cart really quick. And I'll explain later. One of the books, I was totally appalled after looking at it that they would even put that into print. but I'll explain that to you later on. I want to go ahead and get started on all of these amazing books I found. I think it's 145 books and media I was able to get, but let me just go ahead and get started here and I'll show you. We got a lot of mystery thriller books. I got a easy home repair. I really didn't want this. Hubby's like, no, get that. That's a great book, you know, for people who don't know how to fix things or whatever. But just because of the size, it's in a big binder, I was just like, no, you know. But he's like, no, get it and see what happens. So I figured for the price, it was worth taking a chance on. So I did pick it up, and then here, down here. And if you guys see anything in my pile here, I am going to be doing a book show on Whatnot this week, probably tomorrow. I think it's scheduled for tomorrow. I'll put my link down below. All of these books are going to go up for sale anywhere from $2 to $4. I don't think I have anything more than $4 that I'm going to be selling, unless I bundle. I might bundle because I have so much. But there's you know, Suzanne Summers. These are all autobiographies. Michael J. Fox, Lucky Man. This one here, Marcia Clark. That's the lawyer from the O.J. Simpson trial. Biker to Sailor. Killing Reagan with Bill O'Reilly. Everybody's normal until you get to know them. It's a golfing book. Then there's Emily Dickinson poetry book, and then look what I found, guys. It's the Beatles. So I think that's gonna sell really good. What else do we have? So many books, guys, so many books. I was so happy. These are all different, either coffee table books or self-help or just whatever. Like this is Audubon Society, and I thought the Audubon Society was birds, but apparently they do plants too, because this is all about flowers. I have an Audubon Society book for birds, for bird watching. And then I have tons and tons of children's books. And I'll just go ahead and show you now what was so appalling. These are all children's books, and like I said, there was so much competition there. People were doing the same thing I was, picking up books for resale. So I was just taking books, and basically, if they looked like they were halfway decent, I was just throwing them in my cart. Look at this book, guys. American Girl. Those sell really well for me. Let me see if I can find that book. This one looks good, too. This is Marvel. Where did the book go? See, God's speaking to me right now because I talked to my husband about this because I was so disturbed by one of the children's books. I talked to my husband about it, and he was just like, that's terrible, you know, da-da-da-da. And I said, well, I think I'm going to mention that in my video just so that parents are aware of what their kids are reading. I mean, and he's like, no, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. You know, he's like, you know, whatever. He's just very to himself. Even if something just bothers him, he'll keep it to himself. You know, and I'm the complete opposite. I'm like, okay, I got a rant, people. Here we go. No, but really, I am only telling you guys this because it weighed heavy on my heart whether I should even bring it up because there's such a controversy about it. But because of the fact that a lot of parents are busy working, they don't have time to keep track of what's, you know, what books are in the library or in the schools that they, you know, sometimes their kids are picking up stuff that they shouldn't be. And, you know, you don't think anything's wrong with it, especially when it's a freaking Netflix series. I was just like, okay. So, I would have never picked this book up, first of all, had I read the title. You know, it's about, it's a you know, like a chapter book for kids, Heartstopper or whatever. And I just want to tell everyone that the majority of my viewers are my age or older, so most of our children are grown, thank God. They don't have to deal with this in school or whatever. But you know, just in case there's viewers that want to know what is being put on the shelves in their schools and in their libraries for kids to read. This is um, a comic book for kids, right? Now you would think like they make them seem innocent enough to read or whatever, and I had to bookmark so many things in here that disturbed me. But I do want to just show a couple, right? Now this is something for kids, right? Where is it? I don't know what happened there. Maybe I moved the page, but let me... And I am not against people who choose to be gay. Let me be clear. I had a best friend growing up that was gay, and I have no problem with people's sexuality. My problem stems from indoctrinating children and, you know, in trying to make it look innocent. That's where my problem comes from, you know. And the garbage. And this is a Netflix series, guys. Keep that in mind. This kid in school is being basically, I don't even know, groomed. This kid is like forcing himself on another child, and they're in school, okay? And I'm sorry if you find this appalling, but I find it appalling too. And that's the only reason why I'm showing it to you. I mean, some people are going to be offended and say, oh, there's nothing wrong with this. I morally am so disturbed by this. It's just like, it doesn't even seem like it should be real, because literally every other page there's something very graphic or vulgarity, the cursing. I'm sure you guys have seen enough, but it just gets worse and worse and worse, to the point where it's like literally every couple of pages there's something bad or inappropriate. And so I think I made my point, and I hope that if you're a parent of young children, you monitor what they're reading, because especially in schools, they're indoctrinating your children with their ideology. And so I just want to, and I'm probably going to lose a bunch of subscribers over this. And like I said, it's not that being gay that bothers me. It's the way they went about this book here, making it seem like, oh, it's just a comic for kids or whatever. And that's like Target. Target puts out these disgusting books, and it's just so, it's so bad. That's all I'm going to say. It's so bad. But anyways, so I hope you guys don't hate me for mentioning this. I just, like I said, my son's a grown man now, so I don't have to worry about this right now. But if you have young ones, watch what they're reading. Pay attention, you know, like just kind of pay attention. And also, frickin' Netflix. That is disgusting, Netflix. Make me sick. All right, I'm done with my rant. Anyways, these are all really, the rest of these are all children's books. So I have plenty of children's books. Have a bunch of Star Wars, which should go very well. These are Christmas books, Christmas Carol books, and then this is a murder mystery or whatever, but I put that in there because it said Christmas. Thomas Kincaid, I love Thomas Kincaid. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful artwork. Now we have some diet and cookbooks, and the DASH diet, keto, Chinese food, cooking for two, slow cooker, cookbooks, Weight Watchers, tons of great stuff here. We got all our religious. I picked up everything I could find that was religious. Got this really nice young reader's Bible, which that's old, so I think that's from 1975, so that should sell well. And then we have romance. Look at all the romance we have. Romance novels, more romance novels. These I didn't know where to classify. This is like, I don't know, when they say that there's like, what do they call it, chakra and different things like that, where you could enter into like different realms of reality. I think that's kind of the same concept. But look what I found, guys. I found another essential oils book. I love these. I've told you guys in the last video, if you can pick up anything that's a little bit older in anything that's like healing or self-help, you'll get more information out of those books than you will on anything new that's put on the shelf right now, because they're limited on what they can say. I used to sell Young Living essential oils, and you could not say that it cured something. Even though it cured it, you weren't allowed to say that. So the pharmaceutical companies, they want everybody to stay hush-hush about what is out there that is healthy for you to, you know, help yourself if you're not feeling well. But I'm a big believer in homeopathic medicines, so this tells you like different things and what they help you for. So that's an amazing book. And then this last one is Show Tunes, and it's got all music in here. In this book I looked up, and I think this one goes, I want to say like $40 something on Amazon. So all these books are going to go up for sale on my Whatnot. I'm super excited about that because I'm going to give everybody a great deal if you were to buy these. Oh, and how can I forget? Look at all these vintage books, guys. And then I got a bunch of audio cassette classics. What is this? Marvel movie, I think. Something Marvel. Hawaiian Melodies. Mariah. Vince Gill. Tarzan. Vintology. Winnie the Pooh. Dances with Wolves. This is brand new. It's never even been opened yet. I think Hobby looked these up, and these were pretty good. The first series, or first season of Rome. That's probably good. And then he said this one was good as well. The Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers. So that's good. So we got so much good stuff, guys. There is a book in here. Where did it go? There's a book in here. I thought I put it with self-help. But it's written by an author right in my area in the same county. I was like, no way. Oh, great. I lost it. Oh, maybe it's back here. Anyways, I don't know where it went, but it's, it looked like a really good autobiography to read about their life here and how many generations in the, you know, just living in my area. So I'm sure that's going to sell very good. And we have all of this, guys. Let me show you. Get my receipt. So we have all of these books, plus my hard goods that I already showed you, the cards, the hat, and all that stuff, the measuring spoons and everything. Got all of this. What I have, 146 books, right? They made a boo-boo. 146 books. All of these books came to $14.60. I could literally put one of these books on eBay and get all of my money back. That's what I'm saying. I talk about, being self-employed and whatnot. You could literally start your own business for $20. I think I spent $9 last week and $14 this week. So for $25, you could literally start a business selling online and, yeah, making more money for yourselves. Times are tough right now, so even if you have a full-time job, it's a great side hustle. I've been doing it since 2017, and I make quite a bit of money when I'm able to work. And I just think it's a great way to stay away from corporate America. Basically, I worked in banking for 20 years, and the politics in the office, in the offices is ridiculous. The drama and the bickering and all that. So it's nice to be self-employed, make up my own hours, and my destiny is up to me whether I make money or not. So it's nobody's fault but my own that I'm struggling right now. So here we go, guys. This is all the stuff on the table plus my hard goods. And then here is the glass that hubby got. So for $28, $29, we got a crap load of stuff to sell online. So like I said, if you're interested in joining one of my book shows, I'm going to be doing a book show this week, probably on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll leave the link below. I already have it scheduled. So I have all of these books, plus I had, 100 books from last week. So I have like 240 something books that I'm going to be selling on Whatnot for no more than $4 or $5. So, and the more you buy, the less your shipping is. It's like you pay, whatever the shipping is for medium mail, and then every book after that is discounted on the shipping because you're bundling it. So it's pretty amazing. I wish I had gotten on Whatnot a lot sooner. was kind of hesitant about starting it, and I really should have just forced myself to do it a lot sooner because I'm doing very well on it so far. I've sold plush, jewelry, books. I did sell some books last week, so yeah, alrighty. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you let me know in the comments down below. Would you rather I went through each individual book, going over each book like I did in my first video, or do you like how I just stacked them and kind of showed you in what pile I have what and what's available? I'd appreciate that. This way I know what you guys want to see, because I just didn't want to drag it out too long if I didn't have to. But alright guys, if you like this kind of video, please hit the like button. Leave a comment down below if there's any books or anything in my haul here, Goodwill haul, that you liked. And until next time, thanks for watching and stay blessed.